It seems like everyone's just too busy in life that they forget that your health is most important. But what we do is we try and spend all day again reacting. And this is a challenge for our audience because
Yes.
I want you to think about your own life right now when you find you're spending all day reacting and spending too much time thinking about what you're doing instead of, as Mike's saying, how you're doing it and looking at what this actually is first.
What's the process? What's the words? What's the language? How have you defined the situation? And what do you want out of it? I remember my mental health therapist in Nova Scotia saying, well, you're really ill, the cancer spread, and, statistically, you're going to die. And I said, well, yeah, I know that, but I've decided to have a joyful time during this time, despite being scared out of my mind. I'm still bawling my eyes out several times a day, but I'm doing it more on my terms than just reacting.
What's it like when someone says to you, you're going to die?
Pretty frightening, but because of my training and my upbringing, it was like, oh, I got some homework. So I drove to my lawyer on the way home and got my will updated right then. Then I went to the real estate office and talked to the broker I'd bought the house with my spouse through just weeks previous and said, I need to give you some numbers because I'm really ill. And if anything happens, my father-in-law, my father, my mother, mother-in-law will possibly be involved in the sale of the house. Here's my wife's work number. Here's the important numbers. And this poor guy's, the color's draining out of his face because he told me later, I was the first and only person that ever done that. I said, well, I just want to build a team for my spouse because within 3 days, I'm in the hospital to fight for my life. And this might be the last thing I do.